this is Woodman. I'm back again to talk just a little bit about some of the objections you get with your dealers out there when it comes to getting them involved in your training programs, especially the boot camp. Obviously, that's what I'm concerned with, number one. We see some of the typical objections that TMs get from their dealers is that, oh my gosh, it just costs too much. I can't spend that $1,500 this year and the time away from the office. I've got 4 days that's going to be involved, and we're busy right now. And we've been before. We went to that a couple of years ago. We really liked it, but we already got those gifts. So the TMs have got to be prepared to handle those objections. Now, if we've learned anything from our boot camp about how dealers handle objections, y'all know what the number one thing is that they quit using, and it's the most powerful tool that they have to handle those objections, and that is the comfort concerns, the questions between the homeowner and the retail salesperson to find out what it is the customer wants, so that they know when the customer has pushback, they can come right back to the you says. We all know that too well. Now, we make the same mistakes that our dealers do, and we don't get the you said. So, first off, when we sit down to present boot camp, you're going to want to ask about 4 or 5 questions. I want to ask about how is your profitability? Are you happy with it right now, or do we need to work on some things to get it to go up? Number 2, how is your closing ratio? When these leads are coming in that you're spending all this money for, are you getting as many of those to turn into sales as you like? Is your average ticket where it should be? In other words, have we gone back down to $4,000 and $5,000 systems when we should be up here at $8,000 to $12,000 systems with the same 2 guys, which doubles our revenue and doesn't put any more labor into the picture? How is your referrals? Now, we know when we sell the good stuff, the variable speed, the 2-stage, the added warranties, the accessories like clean effects, customers talk about it. And when they get a typical average system that's got 1 speed on the air conditioner, 1 speed on the furnace, no accessories, people don't talk about that as much. So you got to ask them these questions and find out what's on their mind before you ever bring up the subject of boot camp. That is about a 5 or 10 minute conversation you have with the dealer before you ever come up with some kind of a solution. Now, once you find out they've got these problems, any of these problems or all, then you find out what the priority of them is, you ask them point blank, do you want help working on these problems? Are you serious about solving some of these things? When they say yes, then they say, okay, what we need to do is get you into boot camp. It's coming October the 1st through the 4th. You need to be in there, because let me show you just exactly what we're going to work on in that boot camp. Number 1 is we're going to give you a process from the time you pick up the phone to the time you lay a proposal down and finish the job and do everything that you walk through to make that happen. We've got to have processes that drive our business, or else it's going to be replaced by chaos. Now, once we show them that process, let's show them the tools. Let's show them the tools. We need to show them the comfort concerns list. We need to talk to them about doing a complete survey and giving them those types of professional tools. Why they need to run a load calc and how that's all tied into there. And then what kind of tools do they have to show the value of their company. That's why we put together that customized sales book that goes through the company, the installation, ties in the equipment with a warranty and a maintenance agreement, and ties it together with a whole package. You've got to show the dealer specifically what it is that they're going to get when they come out of that class. The other thing is the tools that they have to close with, which is things like, obviously, the comfort concerns, number 1, the wheel of value, their energy estimator, tying all those things together with every page in that book so that they can overcome the objections they're getting out there and drive those sales towards the higher end and get those tickets up and get those margins up all at the same time. It'll also help with closing ratios. And when we do all this, the golden egg that we get out of that goose right there is referrals. And that is the number 1 thing that we're driving for all the way through the boot camp process, is not just to sell more systems, but we do a lot more lead generation in that class than we ever have. And we talk about what do you got to do all the way through that process to generate referrals, generate referrals, generate referrals. I tell you what, boot camp is never as exciting as it ever has been. And I tell you what, it is essential your people get in there every single year. And we talk about been there before. You look at any professional group, and they will invest in their training, their sales training, every single year forever. It never stops. When it stops, so do the skills, so do the benefits. So you've got to be adamant when you talk to your dealers about this. It's not a one-time deal. This is a yearly event that we're going to get you involved in to get you recharged, work on your tools and processes, and take you to the next level and the next level and right on down the line until we can't get you any higher. If you got any questions, give us a call at the ACT Group or check us out at nopressureselling.com. We'll see you down the road.